Hi, I'm R. Eric Thomas, and this is Here For It, or How to Save Your Soul in America. It's a collection of humorous essays about belonging and becoming in America.
As a reader, do you remember certain books having a significant impact on you growing up, ones that made you feel seen?
Donald Cruz, as a writer of color who wrote children's books, and one of his books is called Parade, and I remember reading Parade over and over and over again. And it was also really beautiful and affirming for me to see people of color in children's books. Ezra Jack Keats did as well. He has a book called A Snowy Day, which features a black protagonist, and that was very important, just to see a little black kid.
How often do you feel that otherness that you've written about now, or has your concept of otherness changed?
I think I feel it just as much now as I did before. I think that one of the things that has become clear to me is that it is something that is baked into the fabric of the country and maybe the world. We rely on caste systems, we rely on competitiveness to define who we are. I think what I do with those feelings of otherness is different now. I think it's, one, I go to a great therapist, and so that's number one. But also sort of to know that otherness is a construct, that I am in the center of my own story, and so I'm not other to me. And if we are all walking around at the center of our own stories, then nobody really is other.
The subtitle of this book is not just How to Save Your Soul, it's How to Save Your Soul in America.
I was looking for a subtitle that was bigger than its britches, and bigger than what the book could accomplish. But I was very interested very specifically in talking about the intersection of our patriotic identity with all the other identities that make up the quote-unquote melting pot of America, and throwing all of that sociology onto something that is bigger, spirituality. Trying to figure out what happens when you mash up the way you feel about the universe and about yourself and about life with the person that you're told you are by society.
Eric, thank you so much for joining us for this special episode.
Thank you for having me. It was really a pleasure.
And thank you for joining us for A Word on Words. For more of my conversation with Eric Thomas, visit awordonwords.org and keep reading.
I wish this was a guidebook for how you could save your soul in America. But I think also the answer that I come upon is that you do it little by little. You do it by communicating with your past self. You do it by telling your story. And you do it by showing up.